Hello artists! Today we're going to start a project where we are making some mushrooms inspired by Yayoi Kusama. Yayoi's mushrooms were very colorful and usually covered in a lot of dots. So for our first step, we have a white paper and we're going to make the mushrooms. Eventually they will be cut out, but not just yet. So our goal, I want you to draw we'll say between 2 and 4 mushrooms on this piece of paper. I do have a handout to give you some general ideas. You can get creative with it as long as it looks like a mushroom in some way, shape, or form. Now, if you'll notice on here, are these mushrooms covered in dots? Not yet. What I've drawn here is something called the contour lines of the mushroom. That would be the main outline of the object and any important lines on the inside. Think of it as the lines that stick up, the lines you can feel. I didn't draw the dots yet because that's more of a decoration. So we're doing the real lines on the object, not the decorations just yet. So starting with pencil. The direction your paper is doesn't really matter. So as I said, they're going to get cut out in the future. I would like to see some variety with your mushroom sizes. So I'm going to start out with a mushroom that's big. It's like I made a big upside down U. I'm going to make a frown and a smile, and then we connect the two. There's our stem. Your stems need to be large. Just one more time. These will get cut out in the future. If your stems are really skinny, your mushrooms are going to break. And now I'm going to connect this to the stem and draw the inside. No dots yet. And now I'll make a couple other mushrooms. If you'd rather start with the stem, that's okay. So do your frown, your smile. This one I have a smile here and a smile at the top because it's the type where you can't see the underside. I'm going to make this one really tall. Okay, I have 3 mushrooms in pencil, drawing only the contour lines. Pencil down. Now we're going to use our good friends neon oil pastels. Anytime you're not using a pastel, it needs to go back in this box. You're only using one color at a time, sharing with others. First mission, trace the mushroom. Once the mushrooms are traced, and notice I used a lot of different colors because that makes it more fun. Once the mushrooms are traced, it's time to make your dots. And I do not mean take the oil pastel and bang it on the table. 1, that's not making a true dot, you're just stabbing the page. 2, you will end up breaking these. They are soft in nature, they're softer than a crayon. If you're banging them on the table, they're gonna end up in a bunch of teeny tiny pieces. So we're going to draw circles, color in circles. And the sizes are going to change. Example, if we look at the stem, her dots in the center are the biggest ones. And then as they go away from the center, they get smaller. So I think I'll make my dots match the color of the stem. So I'm starting with big dots, making circles, coloring them in. And then the circles will get tinier in the next row. And that stem looks pretty well full. And we can repeat this on all of them. Now this is how we do the stem. The underside, if you can see it, is a little different. So if we look at this mushroom and this mushroom, the dots start by the stem and then they go away at different angles. It's like rays of the sun. Same thing here, start at the stem and they go away. The biggest ones are up here on the edge. Small ones are by the stem. So I'm going to start out with some big dots way out here. And then as they go in, they're kind of in lines. And they're going to get smaller. so they're radiating out from the stem. Sometimes when she made the dots, they were not colored in, they were just circles. Sometimes they were colored in different colors. And there were occasions where the dots were really random, where big ones and little ones were all mixed up. Notice I did not color in the entire mushroom. I just colored in some of the dots. Next time, we'll worry about adding more color to these with watercolor paints.